Hello, how are we all doing? This is round 4 for bronze tier here in Austria. We've got 10 drivers on the grid here for today. And they're all gonna be trying to push for pole around this track in Austria. Frackle's warming up his tires. Right now just trying to get some heat into them for his flying lap. Opus has joined. Just let me know if all the audio's okay in the chat. So Frackle's the first one on his right lap. Let me just quickly change the detail on this. There we go. Is Super Blades out? Yes, Super Blades is on his out lap, but Frackle's is on a flying lap right now. So he's got a purple first sector, which is to be expected as the first one out on track. So Frackles needs this lap time here. He's going around turn 6 there, hoping not to invalidate. He hasn't through that corner. And down to the final 2 corners into turn 9, and it's all about the exit down to turn 10. Just have to keep it within track limits here, and that should put him at 105.9. These drivers should be aiming to get into the 105s. At least early 106. Super Blade's about to start his flying lap, but Bronnier Wheel is on a lap. Let me just check if there's anyone else. Flumper has invalidated. What about BRL Slicks? He's invalidated as well. So we'll go and focus on Bronnier Wheel here in his Ferrari. And that's a yellow flag there for, I think that might be BRL Slicks. Pretty sure that is because Opus is in the pit lane. So 105.9 is the time to beat for Bronnier Wheel. Oh, and he's invalidated there. So you can see how easy it is to invalidate in this track. So Flippy and Burr should be on his lap. Let's look at Super Blades though, because he is the one to beat here. He should be on for pulling this track. Turn 7, a real easy corner to invalidate if you go too wide and push your luck. Okay, he's kept it nice and clean through there. And the final 2 corners again, he just has to watch that last corner. And across the line he gets a 107.2, not the best lap there. Purple last sector, that just shows the potential he has. Flumper McCoy on a lap as well right now, I think. Oh, this isn't going to be a great lap, so he might pit. No, he's going to stay out and just get a lap time in. Which is probably a good idea, just to get a lap time in. Oh, Flippy and Burr across the line with a 106.7 into P2. Super Blades as well. Here's Flumper McCoy. Seeing who's out in track right now. Cairo plays here, always invalidated turn 1. Super easy to invalidate around here, it's really easy actually. Is Super Blade still on a lap? Oh no, he's invalidated it there. But Flippy and Burr is on a lap though, but he's quicker first sector, but he hasn't got that much battery left. So here we go. I wonder what can he get when he crosses the line. Bronnier Wheel a 138 there. He goes to 5th, but he will be looking to do a better lap, which he will do. Across the line, P2. Good lap for Flippy and Burr. That just shows he can go to the top. Flumper McCoy in the pit lane, he was a second up, but that wouldn't have affected his position. So BRS looks, he set a purple second sector there. So we will see where he can cross the line as he goes to the last turn. And it's a push to the line. Let's see what his lap is. P2. Purple last sector as well for the Mercedes driver. On your wheel invalidated it again here, so this track is lethal for track limits. Very easy to go off. So we'll focus on Cairo Plays. He's been out for the past 3 races, so this is going to be his first race in round 4 for bronze tier. So here we go, the Haas driver looking to make a name for himself here in bronze. He hasn't raced yet, so oh, there we go, he has probably overheated his tyres or over. Basically, I think he might have just actually went down on the throttle too much on the last corner and just end up spinning it there, just overconfident, which can happen when you're in qualifying, but you need to be patient. So we'll watch Freckles. Can he improve on his lap? He's got over half a second gap, I'm pretty sure. Let me just change that really quick. Oh, he's nearly got over half a second gap, and he's got a purple first sector. So he definitely is improving on his lap right now. Let's see if anyone else is on the lap. Darth Timms goes 8th. So Freckles is quicker there. Yellow flag in the first sector there on the main straight, if you want to call it, and that is a Williams, I'm pretty sure. Oh, bit dangerous there from that Aston Martin driver. Freckles has invalidated, and that was Medic a wee bit dangerous there in the pit lane entry there. I think that might have put Freckles off there. Oh, and he just, Flumper thought he invalidated there. They just need to watch here. Cairo Plays and Medic still haven't completed a lap yet. Oh, and that's twisted there. He looks to be on a lap though, but as I say again, barely any ERS left. And that's a yellow flag. Was there contact there between the drivers? I think there might have been, because Flumper turned a wee bit into the McLaren there but didn't hit him. Maybe it's just a warning, maybe. Darth Timms has invalidated. That's not what he wants. Freckles as well has invalidated. Twisted again invalidated, and he was 8 tenths up. So that isn't great. He was brake checking you Flumps for on the corner. So I'm pretty sure that was the McLaren of Super Blades there. That was brake checking Flumper, his words not mine, but hopefully that doesn't happen. This is bronze tier. So Super Blades is on a lap right now. Oh, and he's invalidated there on the exit off turn 8. He just went a bit too far off the track there. Oh, and that's BRL Slicks letting Flumper past. That isn't the best of corners from the Aston Martin. So Flippy and Bird doesn't improve that lap, but he probably will be on a lap right now, trying and go quicker this lap. Downshifting into turn 4, and has he got a good exit here? This track's a very small track, so there should be tighter margins here. I would have expected the gaps to be very close here, but looks very one-sided for the top 3. Freckles looks to be the one on pole, and there's Opus Scott who has spun it there. Unless he Flippy and Burr can get, will he improve? I don't think he does improve. No, he doesn't. He gets a similar time though. BRL Slicks is looking to improve. He's got a personal best in sector 1. He needs to get this Mercedes on the pole. The only thing is he has to control the pace if he starts from first, which can be hard for some drivers to do, but this is qualifying here. This is where he needs to push 100% into the final corner here. Just hoping not to invalidate. What can he get? He crosses the line. Oh, he improves. Very close though. So that was very close there. Will he have time to do another lap is the question. So Flippy and Burr, the next one to cross the line. Will he improve? Oh, he's in the pit lane there. So we didn't think he was going to improve, obviously. Cairo Plays has invalidated, and there's a bit of traffic there. Oh, and there's even more traffic, and that's for Darth Timms, who is on a lap. That's bad. Both drivers, one on the left, one on the right, so that will be looked at by the stewards. They should have stayed at least to one side there. And he does improve. Darth Timms 1 second off the leader. He definitely could have got up to a P3 if it wasn't for that. And that will be looked at the stewards there. That's Super Blades and Cairo Plays. A bit dangerous there for letting the cars past. So here's Medic HQ. He needs a lap. He hasn't got a time in yet. Oh, and he's invalidated that last corner. That just shows how easy it is. And here we go. Oh, what's that? Twisted, just heavily braking. They're not letting Cairo Plays past. Never want to see that. Was that Super Blade? No. That was Darth Timms there actually. And Cairo Plays, I'm pretty sure, still on a lap here. Hopefully Super Blades lets him fast. He will get a bit of slipstream though, but he goes up to P5. So let's see what Twisted can get. Oh, he's invalidated there, but pretty sure that's Opus got on a lap. He is on a lap. I hope these drivers let him pass and just don't hold him up on his hot lap. This is flying lap right now, I'm pretty sure. It should be his flying lap. That's good from Cairo Plays. That was a tricky spot to let him by because you can take an inside or outside line. I would take the inside line that corner, but Cairo Plays was letting him past. So Opus got had to take to the middle of the track. That might have lost him a couple of thousands, but that's not too bad here. But there's an Aston Martin there, stopped on track. That might be gonna think that's Flumper. But Opus got, is this his lap? Oh, and only 8th for him. It doesn't improve. So Medic should be on a lap here. We'll focus with Medic. He still needs to put a lap in. There's only 1 minute left, so this has to be enough for Medic. He needs to at least get a lap in because he can improve his position. Freckles goes quicker. Decent lap from a decent driver in the Alfa Romeo. And that seems to be Bronny really letting Freckles pass, but I don't think he needed to. And that is an Alpine that has slowed there, so this will be a tricky one if he's gonna try and let. He's just stopped on the grass there. Okay, that is an okay way to take it. Oh, and that is Opus got with a purple first sector. Pretty sure that was Opus got I saw there. Oh, and that's not good from Super Blades again on the wrong side of the track. Now that's the second time Super Blades has done that, and there's even more. Super Blades, what's he doing? He's just not letting Matic through. BRL Slicks goes quicker there, distracted by everything that was going on there. BRL Slicks gets pole, and I don't think no one else can change it. Only Opus got who's invalidated his lap. Or Flumper McCoy here, he's still on a lap, but it's not a personal best so far for the driver in the Aston Martin. That was shocking for letting drivers through there. Flumper McCoy just about improves his lap time, and Opus got the only one to cross the finish line here. Don't know what Super Blades was doing. That's about 3 times he's tried to block a driver. So that will be looked at by the stewards. 100% that will be. Because I'm pretty sure .1, Darth Timms plus 1.4. He was driving the Williams. Cairo Plays in the Haas. His debut gets a respectable P6 with a 1.4 second gap to the pole. Super Blades P7 in the McLaren, 1.6 gap. Opus got the Mercedes 2.2. Medic 3.3 in his Aston Martin. Twisted 3.4, and Flumper McCoy with 4.0 in the Aston Martin. And that rounds off your grid for bronze tier round 4 at Austria. PWR Leighton says he was letting them through, but you didn't let them through on the best parts of the track though. Recovering the left when that was the racing line, which isn't the best way to let someone through during qualifying. You can't cover the racing line. Yeah, a driver has started already there, so that will leave the other drivers less time to pick their tyres and setup. Brian Moore in the chat wants Bronnier Wheel to win. By the form he's on right now, I wouldn't say no to that. He could win. He's landing on a P3, so the formation lap is on here. So the drivers warming up their tyres, getting ready for the race. Let me see what tyres these drivers have went on to. Matthew in the chat wants Freckles to win, all on the medium tyres. So this will be interesting. Track limits is really strict here. When I mean strict, it's really strict here. And that's a bit close in the background there, these drivers. They should be spread out more. So just double checking all these drivers aren't too close. Bronnier Wheel backing up the pack. That's a good idea to let his tyres warm up, but these drivers here are looking to get the race started, though they don't want their tyres getting cold, but they should. Oh, that's very close. Darth Tim's getting to the Alpine of Flippy and Burr. Should never be that close on the formation lap. And that's Medic a bit wide there, going onto the grass, trying to warm up his tyres there. So Ryan Moore really wants Bronnier Wheel to win this. I wouldn't be surprised. He's got a good formation lap technique. Let the other two get ahead, hopefully, and then he can wait to warm up. His tyres will be more warmer at the end of the formation lap to get a good start off the line. And that's Cairo Plays. I don't know why he's overtalked that much. I mean, it's legal on the game on the formation lap, but it should not be allowed to overtake on the formation lap. It's in the AON rules that you can't do it unless you've lost a position. So we'll watch the race start here. 11 drivers all lined up on the grid, bar Flumper McCoy, and here we go. And it's lights out. Oh, and there's a few drive-through penalties there. It was a long lights out there. Oh, and that's Cairo Plays who spun it there. Flumper just dodged that, and that's Super Blades who has been a bit forced off there, and that's a safety car. So, oh, and that looks to be Opus Scott. I don't think he realised that there, and he's got damage there. And Cairo Plays, he's out on the... He didn't even get before turn 1. So not the start we were looking for. Super Blades has got a drive through to serve. So that damage looks bad for Opus Scott. That could have easily been a DNF here. So we've got a driver out already at turn 1. So the Mercedes about to wait for the safety car, and there's a few drivers who've decided to pit. I don't know if that's wing damage or not. We'll just check in and see. Opus Scott getting a new wing. Medic onto the hard tires. He's going to play the long game there. So Medic looking to play the long game. That might work if there's a few safety cars. I mean, one safety car at the end. We don't like a lot of safety cars because it bunches up the field, and I mean the drivers get close and it improves racing, but strategy wise it's just whoever has the best luck at the time. I want to see Super Blades, has he served his penalty? Because it still says he's got a penalty there, and this is drive-through still for Super Blades. He should have served that earlier. And Medic and Opus got... We're going a bit of wheel to wheel there. Safety car should at least maybe be in this lap, but definitely next lap. Oh, you can't serve a drive-through under the safety car. I actually never knew that. Oh, and that's Super Blades there, letting Twisted by. So there's your protected pit stop strategy. Mediums to the hards, one stop, and then softs, then mediums and mediums, but no one on the soft tires right now. Let me just double check. Oh, Opus got is on the soft. Oh, and that's very close there. Twisted, trying to warm his brakes, and Super Blades didn't realise it. Had to take action. And Twisted getting past Super Blades, so maybe he was falling off the pace. Super Blades caught sleeping not once but again. Twice now that's happened. So this safety car should be in this lap. Oh, all drivers getting very close there. BRL Slick's really bunching up the pack, so this will be a close one on the restart. This will be very close on the restart. So Super Blades and Medic. So that seems to be Freckles in the lead here. BRL Slick just needs to. Oh, and that's Flumper McCoy who's spun it there, as well as Opus Scott. Freckles sets the fastest lap of the race. Super Blades in to serve his penalty. Both drivers back on the track there. So Medic up to P7. Oh, my mic was muted there. And that's Darth Timms, he's catching Flippy and Burr there. Don't know what happened there, my mic was unmuted, didn't know what was happening. Because I couldn't hear myself on the stream. Oh, what the hell. Darth Timms just completely outbraked and has took Flippy and Burr out. And Twisted goes through there. That's not good driving there, going down into that corner. Down into turn 4. Flippy and Bird just completely got taken out, and Darth Timms the 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits there. I think he might DNF here. Don't know what he's trying to do. He's got full wing damage, and Flippy and Burr definitely has some rear wing damage, 100%. Oh, and that's a spin there. Yeah, he definitely does have rear wing damage because he's just spun it there again. That's, you can't fix that damage either. I wonder, wait, what happened to BRL Slicks there? Missed out on that trying to fix my mic. Super Blades and Opus got, and Super Blades gets past because of the DRS. That was an easy move for him. So Darth Timms has got a 10-second time penalty. I'm pretty sure it was for that contact. But Freckles has a 3-second lead, but that can easily be destroyed from time penalties or a spin. Bronnier Wheel could be quicker on the hard tyres. It's whoever's put the most practice in probably will. Whoever gets the most practice in probably will have the better pace around here. So this track really is practice, because there's like so little tends to be won, but they can be found with practice. Flumper's got a bit of has a 3-second time penalty there, and Opus Scott having a bit of a snap there on the exit. So Josh Hobbs left because he was just trying to check if everyone was in and okay. Medic in P4. Good recovery drive from him. A bit of accidents happening ahead. Cairo places, can I join? I mean, Cairo, if you're on PlayStation you can add me. If you're on PlayStation, it's KFC capital letters underscore Wi-Fi capital W small I capital F small I underscore Darrell with a capital D. And that is BRL Slicks passing. Who did BRL Slicks pass there? That must be a backmarker or something there. Oh, BRL Slicks is a whole lap down there, that's what happened. That's Flippy and Burr slowing down again. That definitely is his damage to the rear wing there. And Super Blades has retired from the, and that's a VSC maybe, or a safety car. I'm not sure yet. If that's another safety car, that's gonna take a lot of time. And it is a safety car because it's coming out of the pit lane, the safety car. So Cairo, if you're on PlayStation, which you are on PlayStation, yeah, there we go. So while the safety car is on, I'll invite you to this party. Just make sure to keep it professional. Oh, was that a pit lane overtake? Freckles tried to do a pit lane overtake, but he's got a penalty for it.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, Cairo?
What's up? I don't know what to say about my race. I was at before turn one. It was bad, but
What happened? Because I just
commentate.
saw, yeah, I just saw like on the main straight you just spun like straight off the finish line. So you got a drive through, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, so I got a drive through, and I was driving through the middle, and obviously they got off the start, and I was manoeuvring through the cars so I wouldn't hit them, and I went past. I don't know who it was, but I went past one guy, and he kind of just turned into me, spun me into the wall a bit. So yeah, there's my race ended before I even crossed the finish line. So
Got to turn one.
yeah.
Not a great debut.
No, it is not.
Those start lights did take long at the start though, to be honest.
Yeah.
So definitely would have catched a few people out.
I mean, the thing for me is normally when I do it, I have my finger so close to falling off the button for my clutch on my controller that sometimes it just slips off and it's accidental, and that's what it was today. So we just gotta hope to not do that again.
Yes, those little mistakes that can make such a big difference in these races.
Yeah, that's true. Now I want to see what Freckles is gonna do from the restart on the safety car. I know it's not here yet, but I want to see what he wants to do, what is planned.
Is that just a glitch for me? Because there's some people that have went on the intermediates. Oh, it's starting to rain.
Went on the intermediates.
So it is starting to rain. You can't really notice it from a broadcast view because it doesn't look like there's much rain, but you can from on board. Some have risked it.
Yeah. Or I think I'm taking a bet that Freckles might spin out because he's looking like he's a bit laggy and he's a bit over the place. But with those new hard tyres, they're not fully up to temperature yet, so he's gonna have to get them up to temperature or put himself in the pit.
Also,
which I think is the best option right now.
Hards are hard to get temperature in the dry, but in the wet that's gonna be completely worse.
Extremely hard. Yeah. It was a good gamble from Opus though.
Opus did get a good gamble.
A lot of them are going on to the intermediates now.
The only drivers who aren't on intermediates is Flumper, Bronnier Wheel, Twisted and Freckles. And Darth Timms.
Yeah.
He's a lot behind those, so as well as BRL Slicks and Flippy and I don't think Flippy and Burr is.
Well, do you think Darth Tim will be able to get it back, or?
I mean, it's going to be a tough one. He's going to have to pass the leader. He will be ghosted though, so if he has pace, he can catch the leader.
He's on a 10-second time penalty and he's a lap behind. That's going to be hard. It will be.
Yeah, he's going to box onto the intermediates now.
And we see that they come in for the stops.
Bronnier Wheel has decided to stay out in the mediums there.
Yeah.
If this safety car ends this lap, then that's going to be bad for Bronnier Wheel because he'll be basically half a lap down from a pit stop because he had basically a free pit stop right here, but he would have lost positions, but he wouldn't have been that far down. So he's gonna pray. He's got to pray that this safety car doesn't end this lap.
I don't know what Freckles still doing. I know he doesn't want to lose the lead, but I think they all need to pit. I think the top three need to pit. I think it's unfortunate that they didn't pit before, but
because surely it's only going to get wetter.
Yeah. I mean, we can't tell yet, but the forecast is looking like you can see those dark clouds overhead. They're waiting to come over and spit some rain down. I agree with you. I think it is going to get wetter.
Because the track is getting more greasy and slippery though, so those dry tyres and the safety car is in this lap, so Freckles, Twisted and Bronnier Wheel and Flumper are all gonna be at a disadvantage here for the rest of the race.
Can people pass under the safety car? I'm pretty sure they can, correct?
They can only pass under the safety car if the leader hasn't caught up yet. But Freckles was ahead of, I'm pretty sure it was Darth Timms and BRL Slick, so they couldn't pass the safety car, so they're already a lap down. So they're looking to probably re-overtake the leader and then hope for a safety car to catch back up to the field. But it's easier said than done.
Quite right there. Oh, and Freckle comes into the pits, as we see here.
Bronnier wheel staying out for some reason, only spun it there on the restart.
So does the safety car come in on the same lap. Oh, Freckles, that's going to be a bad restart. We're going to drop down right to the bottom with Twisted Aragon as well.
The three Mercedes power engines of the Mercedes in first is Opus Gut, Medic second, but Flippy and Burrs overtook Flumper there.
So it could be a Mercedes domination day today in Austria.
That's Flumper McCoy. Flumper McCoy outbraked himself and went into Flippy and Burn. He's got full red wing damage there.
Oh, so Bronnier comes up to 4. Do you think Bronnier will be able to catch up? I don't think so. On those medium tights, it's going to be hard there. Oh, and Flumper McCoy gets overtaken by Freckles. I mean, that's a good restart again to overtake Flumper and get back into 5th from Freckles. It's going to be some good points for him today. Is this a season opener race or?
This is race 4.
Race 4. Wow.
It's race 16. Race 16 for silver and gold. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I joined in 4 races late. Wow.
But season 2 will be the season where there's all to play for, because we have a lot of new members in, so it'll be an equal playing field at the start of season 2.
Yeah.
So the grids will be more competitive, more skill based, so it's all to play for, and we do actually give out trophies for the winners of the championship.
Yeah. Do you know I've seen Darth Tim in other leagues as well, and he did well. But I don't. Oh, and he DNFs.
Speaking of Darth Timms, he did DNF. He doesn't think there's much point in running the race for the next half of the race being overlapped.
Oh, that might cause a safety car.
It might actually. That is an odd place to park there. So Medic is catching up to Opus. So we just need to keep an eye out in the top 2 here, because Medic is getting close. Medic wants this race won. He hasn't won in bronze yet, so he's chasing down his first win realistically. Oh, Medic.
Has he won races in other leagues or other tiers?
In silver tier, he was in silver tier for basically the first half of the season. Got dropped down to bronze because we'd rather see him win in bronze, challenge for wins in bronze, than be. Oh, but Opus God has went off the track, and Medic has went a wee bit wide too there. So Medic gets past, but as I was saying, Medic was okay in silver, but we would rather see him challenge for wins in bronze, whereas skill is matched basically with other drivers there.
You can see even on the intermediate tyres, it is hard to turn there. As we saw from Retty, he was a bit wide, he didn't get the apex there on the corner.
That is true. Flippy and Burr is catching up though. If these two keep on battling, then this is going to be good for Flippy and Burr, who can still challenge for a win. Keep in mind that Opus God does have a time penalty that will go towards his finishing time, so Medic...
How much is that time penalty? I don't actually know.
Pretty sure that's 3, I'll double check. And it's 3. A 3-second time penalty.
It's a 3. Wow. So it's all to play for today.
It really is all to play for.
The thing is, if Opus can keep a 3-second gap on Flippant, he can keep that P2, but I don't think he should be fighting for Opus. I don't think he should be fighting for Matic, sorry.
Probably not, but Matic is ghosted there for a bit. Would that be a connection issue, maybe? We know that that's Flumper McCoy, actually.
That's Flumper. Oh wow. Went off track a bit as well.
So we have really got a good battle on our hands right now for the top 3. It's Matic in the Aston Martin, Opus Scott in the Mercedes, Flippy and Burr in the Alpine. Opus Scott might go for a move down the inside. No, he's trying to dummy it. Matic has went wide there, so he's basically fell for it. I think these guys are all on dry setups, maybe. That's why they're struggling in the wet conditions here.
As I got told by Dave before the race, they said put the tyre pressure lowest as you can, or really low, and try to either lower the front wing or lower the rear wing and keep the front wing a bit higher. Either vice versa, really.
The only thing is, the low tyre pressures are good in the dry, but for wet, when there isn't much tyre temperature, it can be really hard to do, to drive in the wet.
Yeah.
And Matic goes deep again.
Maybe they've taken that advice and it's hard now to steer. It seems like Opus is handling it a bit. He's still going a bit wide, but he seems to be handling himself more.
Matic just needs to follow his line and try. He just needs to basically go for those chances that Opus Scott makes. So if Opus Scott makes a mistake, then Matic can make him pay for it. As well as Flippin' Burr, who's getting very close as well to this pack. He's got a load of ERS, Flippin' Burr.
Now what I'm seeing now from Matic is he's falling behind on the straights, as you can see, and he's falling behind drastically now. He just needs to keep within 3 seconds, and he has that first position.
Also, if there is a late safety car, then Matic is back into the playing field there, and it's about to go over 3 seconds. And Flippy and Burr has overtook Matic there, down into turn 3.
Matic.
Oh, Flippy and Burr's gotten very close to Opus Scott. Opus Scott probably made a mistake there.
I want to see Matic get back in this. All he has to do is overtake Flippy and Bear, and he has it.
Matic really is a fan favourite in this league. He's commentator and he puts all his effort into this league, so he's really a fan favourite for this tier, at least for bronze tier. He's well known in the Discord.
As a driver, I'd like to see him win. I mean, if I was racing right now, I don't know where I'd be, to be honest, but I'd be hoping for him to win.
He's just got a good personality. You can tell in his commentary he really loves F1, and he's got great passion for what he does.
Yeah.
And what he says in the commentary. So I can only imagine what he's thinking in the race. He really wants to win, but he's gonna have to fight hard for it here. And Freckles is closing down on him.
Do we interview drivers after, or is that not a thing?
We don't interview drivers. We were thinking about that because it would be great to do, but it would be hard to kind of get it all set up. Matic has ran wide there.
The suggestion is that what I had in another league, I was a co-founder of a league once, but I resigned from the division because I couldn't keep up with the league. But one of the things we had was, we did driver interviews, but the way we did it was, we had all of the drivers in a team, in like their team voice channels, and then we had a commentator box voice channel, and we had an interview box voice channel, and there was one for every team. And obviously it worked out really well, and you know, we were able to interview drivers and all. And I think that would be a great suggestion for this league.
We do a driver questionnaire in the Discord because we can't get the interviews set up. We're thinking about moving on to interviews, but we do questionnaires on the Discord.
Questionnaires, okay, that's good. That's fun. F1, I am F1, I am Flumps, I think it is, in the Twitch chat saying if you guys want, you can interview me after the race.
Oh wait, we have to cut on to the action because Flippin' Burr has lost control of his car there.
He has lost control there. And it looks like Metic gets his place going.
He's back up to the podium position here. He just needs to keep this car on the track.
It's impressive from Freckles. He's now right up there, and if he stays under 6 seconds, he'll be able to get Opus, sorry.
So Opus got us on the main straight right now. He's looking to extend to a 6 second gap.
I didn't actually realise that. BRL has DNF'd.
Yeah, I saw him retiring to the pit lane. That's a good choice though, so we didn't bring out a safety car. Medic is actually catching up to Freckles, by the way.
If he had brought out a safety car on track, it would have been an interesting late safety car.
It would be.
But he had the best choice and he came into the pit. That was good.
Brownie Wheel has made his move on Twisted, who had a 9 second time penalty. Still has a 9 second time penalty. So Brownie gets the move done. Callum, we need to invite Callum. I'm pretty sure that's Flumps. Wait, no, it's not. It's Freckles.
Freckles is Flumps. Okay.
Oh no.
And Metic gets past Freckles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Freckles is ghosted, so I have invited Freckles back to it. So hopefully he joins quick enough.
If he is able to, he needs to keep his place from Flippin' Bear, and he needs to stay in this podium. On this podium, sorry.
I don't think he's back yet. He still has to take control of his car.
Oh, Metic goes wide.
These drivers are really struggling in these conditions, but Opus God doesn't seem to be affected by it.
I don't know if this is a good call or not, but maybe move on to the wets. All drivers move on to the full wets.
I don't think
it looks like it's getting quite slippery here, so maybe wets could be a good option.
But is the track wide enough to go onto full wet tyres?
I mean, they're struggling on the intermediate, so I think a call for wets could be a good suggestion.
Freckles has joined the session as Flippin' Burr is right behind him. So we'll keep an eye on these two. Will Flippin' Burr get passed on time?
I think he's got the overtake.
See, he doesn't want to. He wants to go past around the. He just needs to. Because if Freckles did go into his car, that would have made contact there. Oh, and Flumps has retired there. That might bring out a safety car, maybe.
Oh, he's right. Right on the track there. That's gonna be an odd position.
I don't think Freckles is still in yet. I have sent out Freckles. If you're listening to the stream, oh, there he's in now. He's in now. Freckles is in his Alfa Romeo there. He's a bit behind Flippin' Burr and he's lost out to Medic. So very unlucky. If he pushes hard enough, he definitely can get his P2 back. He could have been fighting for a win as well. So Freckles.
I don't know what Metic needs here, but it would be a miracle if we can get those 4 seconds back to 6.
Oh, and this is close here because the Alpine and the Alfa Romeo are going wheel to wheel. Oh, Freckles tried to do the switchback, but he has gone around the outside. A bit of contact there as well. So Freckles is catching back up to Medic again. This is the battle for second here. Opus Scott looks like he has to win. If he can just not spin it and keep it on the track and not get any time penalties. I don't want to have the commentator's curse, but Opus Scott looks to be on his way to a win. A shocking strategy call for Bronner while that puts him completely outside of a podium position, but a safety car can still happen.
Just gone for a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
What happened whilst I was gone?
Not much, as Freckles has caught up to Medic HQ and Flippy and Burr is catching up again as well. The rain seems to be down off as well, I'll let you know.
Yeah, it does seem like it's cooling off a bit. You can see there's less drops of rain on the cars now on the onboards. Definitely seems to be cooling down, but the track doesn't look any better at the moment.
It doesn't look better, but the rain is getting drier. Oh, Freckles had a bit of a moment there on the exit, getting close to Medic HQ. Freckles has got a good exit there, so we'll stay on board maybe with Flippy and Burr, who's got a good view of this action here. Oh, Freckles really looking to go for a gap there around the outside. And he's gonna have a good drive out of the corner because Medic has went wide. So Medic will be losing out to second place there, and he's a bit deep there, but trying to get a drive out of that corner, trying to find any type of drive out of the corners to try to catch back up. So here,
it's
Sky
amazing
View.
to see the skill of all the drivers here racing.
It is gold tier. Gold tier is really good for skill. These drivers, I don't know how they do it. They can find time by just doing simple things that are like no one else would notice.
Yeah. But you know what I'm seeing from Freckles is he's getting time back to Opus, and it's incredible to see that when he has a free track, he's able to do such things.
Yeah, it's just race pace. He has great race pace, Freckles. He has good qualifying pace, but he just got out qualified by BRL Slicks there, who snatched pole off. Twisted has got a 12-second time penalty now as well, and Flippin' Burr is catching up with Medic. But look how dry that track looks to be getting.
I'm unfortunate to say it, but I think Twisted should retire into the pit lane. Oh wait, no, he will get points, won't he? Yeah, no, that's probably no. That'd be a bad idea. He will get points, so. What's the chances on Twisted getting a absolute miracle in these 9 laps left and getting back to the pack?
Well, he will first of all need a safety car, but he'll need to try, hopefully, serve a penalty to try catch back up to the field. He needs something there, but because there's only 6 drivers here, he will be P6 though, even though he's the last of the running cars. So there's still some points up for grabs here. So if I were him, I wouldn't DNF. So Matthew in the chat is saying that Freckles can get this, and he can get it if he can keep these tyres in good condition and keep good constant race pace and consistent lap times. But Flippin' Burr is getting close to Medic. They both want this podium and they're not going to stop fighting, but this will be, I'm pretty sure some drivers might need to gamble for the softs. Bronnier will definitely has to maybe try gamble for new tyres. I don't think there's enough for a safety car though, because there's barely much on track, barely any cars on track to really cause a big incident. Oh, and Flippin' Burr has dropped back a wee bit. So we'll go on board with Bronnier Wheel right now. It's still a wee bit wet. I dare to forget for Bronnier Wheel, but that can really change though. Depends on the safety car and the drivers ahead and the tyre choice and the weather. Anything can happen here in league races. Can Medic hold off Flippin' Burr? Opus Scott's penalty will drop him down because Freckles he's basically got some really good race pace here. He might actually overtake Opus Scott on track, even though he was a good 15 seconds down. And Medic, if he keeps this pace up as well as Flippin' Burr, they can try get both all on the podium and Opus Scott back down to 4th. Freckles still has a good bit of ERS left as well as Flippin' Burr. Medic HQ has some ERS left, but not a lot. Medic HQ has had a really good drive today. I think he's went up a good few positions. He's went up 6 positions, Medic HQ, and he's on the podium. Opus got up 7 positions, which is a brilliant drive by him. Twisted up 4 positions, mostly because of the DNFs as well. We did say if less than 5 people finish the race, then normal points are awarded for DNFs. But I don't think that will happen in this race if all 6 finish the race.
It wouldn't affect me anyway.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sadly, I don't think it would. Yeah, Josh, I know that the driver of the day is soon. I might pick it before the race, which they usually do, but I might do it after the race to see who the winner is, because if Opus Scott can win this, then he surely is driver of the day. Up 7 positions. The only thing that's catching me off is
Freckles.
Freckles has a good drive as well, and Medic HQ is up 6 positions as well. But the thing is, though, Opus Scott has a penalty though, so that will drop him down. So if I don't think Opus Scott will be my driver of the day. It's either Medic or Freckles for me.
Freckles getting perilously close to Opus here. It's fascinating to see the pace that this guy has.
He's really consistent, and he's proving it right now because he's getting very close here to Opus Scott. Is it worth the risk to maybe gamble on the soft tyres? Maybe for Bronnier Wheel, Flippin' Burr, Medic, who are 15 seconds behind. It's crazy how Freckles got a 15-second gap in at least 10 laps. I'm pretty sure it was maybe less than 10 laps. Ryan in the chat thinks Medic should be driver of the day. I do too, but he did say there's no debate. Freckles, I think he's kept consistent. He stayed in P2. He's had good qualifying. He just got nicked off the top at the very end, and he's had good race pace. And he also got disconnected and made his way back up 15 seconds here. And he's about to take the lead of the race here as he goes side by side with Opus Scott here. I don't think Obuscott should really fight that, and there's, yeah, Freckles ahead. So Freckles looks like he will win this race. And Ryan, you've just jinxed Medic there for saying no penalty points. He's just got 3 seconds there. So that's... So Freckles looks like he will win this race there if he just keeps it clean, but I think they should just keep those tyres to the end. I don't really see any point in moving to soft unless you're brawny your wheel, because Flippy and Burr, Medic, he knows Medic has a 3-second time penalty now, so... And speaking, Bronnier Wheel could get onto the podium here. He's getting very close in these final stages of the race. Medic trying to go down the inside. Medic could have been driver of the day with a podium, but now it looks like he might not even get into the top 4 because Bronnier Wheel is closing in. And he's went a wee bit wide there, so Bronnier Wheel will make him pay for this as well. Bronnier Wheel trying to go around the outside. Is that smart enough to try? Oh, Medic wide again there. Flumper has left the session. Can Bronnier Wheel get back up to the podium? Bronnier Wheel is now in contention of driver of the day too. If you think about it from a racing perspective, because he is down 1 place, but he could finish in 3rd if he keeps this car on the track and tries to catch Flippy and Burr. The only thing that really ruined his race was his strategy. I think Medic knows he's going to finish P5, but the real battle here is Bronnier Wheel v Flippy and Burr there. Oh, and Flippy and Burr he went under the grass a wee bit and that ruined his straight line speed. And Bronnier Wheel is through. Oh, he's got a time penalty, Bronnier Wheel. He's pushed his luck too much, and if Flippy and Burr can just keep within a 3-second gap there, he should be able to step on the podium place for 3rd place. On the penultimate lap, it looks like your top 3 will be Freckles, Obuscott, and maybe Flippy and Burr, but Bronnier Wheel needs to gain 3 seconds in 1 lap. We'll just keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on the gap to the interval gap. So Flippy and Burr 1 second. Bronnier Wheel needs to pray for a miracle to step on this podium. Medic in the pit lane. If I was Medic, I probably would have went on the soft tyres to maybe try a fastest lap, even though it's wet there. But so 1.5 second gap. Bronnier Wheel has the Flippy and Burr. If he can do the exact same on the next lap, he should. Oh, and Flippy and Burr's had a spin there coming out of the corner. That might have been because of his earlier contact he had with Darth Timms, and he's really struggling though. That might be the reason why. But it looks like Bronnier Wheel will finish on the podium now if he can keep it clean. He actually might finish in P2.
Who?
Bronnier Wheel, because of Obuscott's penalties.
Oh yeah.
So in the final lap of the race, Freckles coming to the last corner. He's kept it clean all race. He's had a brilliant race. He's my driver of the day, and he's the winner of round 4 for Austria. He wins round 4 for bronze tier with a commanding drive. 2nd place will maybe be Obuscott. He takes the line, into P2. Unlucky for him with those time penalties as well. And Bronnier will, this will be the main focus here. Can he get close enough? No, he can't.
It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate.
It's unfortunate for Flippy and Bert too. Oh, and he's DNF'd it there, trying to celebrate his P4, and he's just completely DNF'd it, so Medic will get a P4. So Flippy and Burr has just lost basically all his points. He's just hit it into the wall in the last corner. Not even the last corner, just before the finish line. So Medic P4 and Twisted should be P5. So let's see who F1's driver of the day is.
I reckon it'll be Freckles. Oh no, it's Medic. Wow.
Probably he might have went up the most positions, but my driver of the day for this race, it has to be
Freckles.
Yeah, Freckles. It's got to be him.
It was an amazing drive from him.
And he had an amazing intermediate stint. A bit unlucky there with being disconnected there, and he got fastest lap as well, so maximum points as well for the Alfa Romeo driver. So first Freckles, second Opus Gut, third Bronnier Wheel, fourth Medic, fifth Twisted, Flippy and Burr. I think it still lets him finish, even though it says one lap down, so I think he will get points for that. He's very lucky though. So P6 Flippy and Burr in the Alpine, 7th Flumper, 8th BRL Slicks, 9th Darth Timms, 10th Super Blades, 11 Caro plays. But those 5 drivers did DNF, so there's no points on the table for them today. Unlucky for them. So that's it for round 4 of Bronze Tier in Austria. It was unlucky for Bronnier. He would have definitely been contending for the win if not for that poor strategy choice. But that's it from us for Bronze Tier. That's it from us on the commentators box.
Wow. I'm in loss for a matter of words for this race. It was amazing. There was so much action at all times.
There was not any part of the race that was boring to watch. It was just action throughout.
Yeah.
So just to confirm, Freckles is the driver of the day, in my opinion. But will he get driver of the week? Because we still have silver and gold. Silver tomorrow night, 7 PM in Austria. Gold tier, 7 PM Sunday in Austria. And then the driver of the day from bronze, which is Freckles, and then silver driver of the day, whoever that will be, and then gold driver of the day, whoever that will be. Those 3 will be voted for the driver of the week, which will then get their own poster for driver of the week. So stay tuned with us throughout the weekend. Keep updated on the live action. So thank you all for watching, and have a good night.